Okay, looking at page 7 of the Managing Money booklet, which had to do with buying things that have discounts. Appliances, those kinds of things. So, Lindsay wants to purchase a new dishwasher priced at $588. And an appliance store is offering 15% off of that. Calculate the cash amount. So how do we multiply by percents? What do I do?
0.15.
Yep. I can either multiply by 15 divided by 100, or I can just go times 0.15. It'll give me the same thing either way. And if I punch that into my calculator, that's the other way. You could go times 15 divided by 100, okay. But the quick way is just to go 0.15. Okay. So times, and it looks like there's an $88.20 discount. Anybody else get that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, good. What's the total cost of the dishwasher after taxes? Okay, well, before taxes, the new price before taxes is going to be $588 subtract $88.20. So the new price is $499.80. Yes. Mm-hmm. Then after taxes, what's a quick way to add those taxes in? Yep. So $499.80 times 1.13. Yeah, 564.8. So go to two places, which would be 77. Yeah, so don't round up to 80, use 77. Always round to the nearest penny, the nearest penny. That's good. Okay, number 2. As a new employee at a large department store, you're entitled to a 12.5% employee discount on all purchases, and you buy a new microwave, which costs $129.94. Calculate the amount of the discount. Okay, so that's just straight multiplication. So $129.94 times 0.125. Is $16.24 discount, right? And what's the total price after tax? Okay, well, let's find the new price.
I thought it's 16. I thought it's 16. Let's find out. 2.3. I just on the bigger the last one.
Let's find out. So 129.94 minus 16.24. So you subtract the discount, so you get 113.70, and then you're going to have to take that, put taxes on it. So 113.70 times 1.13. $128.48. Anybody else get that?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be my after-tax price. Once it's been discounted, then I put the taxes on it. If you pay for the microwave with $140 in cash, how much change will you get back? Okay. Minus 128.48.
Which page is that?
We're on page 7. So that's $11.52 change. Anybody else got $11.52?
Yep.
Okay. Last one on the page. Edwin is purchasing shoes for his 5-year-old twins. The first pair costs $34.99 and the second pair costs $28. The store offers a promotion. A lot of shoe stores do this. Buy one, get 50% off the second pair, and the 50% off will always be taken off the cheaper pair. So the 50% will be taken off that pair, right? So 50% off of the $28 is the same thing as going 0.50 times $28, which is, some of you know this, 50% is half, so you just cut it in half, $14. Calculate how much Edwin will pay for both pairs of shoes after tax. Okay, so both pairs will cost $34.99. Good afternoon. $34.99 for the first pair and $14 for the second pair. So let's add those together to get our pre-tax amount. Pre-tax. $34.99 plus 14. So you're looking at $48.99 before you add taxes. Now careful with the taxes. We're not paying PST. So we're only paying the 5%. So I can multiply by 1.05. Normally I do 1.13, but I'm not paying the 8, so I'm only paying the 5. I could do that and just add it on, sure. But the quick way is just multiply by 1.05. So after tax, I got my $48.99 times 1.05, which is $51.44. Anybody else get $51.44 in this question?
I was told that
PST, our current government has been hacking and slashing everything because they made an election promise to drop the PST 1%. They're talking about dropping it to 7%. I don't know how soon that's going to be. My prediction is it'll happen right before they call election, so they can say, "Yeah, we got the PST. Vote for us." Political parties are pretty transparent. They always roll out a bunch of. They either brag about how great they've been doing right before an election, or they roll out a bunch of new money right before an election. Look, we're doing such a great job. Here's a bunch of money for you. Now vote for us again. Oh, you gotta vote. If you vote, you have the right to complain about your government. It's one of my favorite pastimes. If you don't vote, you can't complain.
I don't complain because I don't pay attention to the government.
Okay, all right. It's one of the greatest things about living in Canada. You can complain about the government as much as you want.
But they don't really do shit.
Yeah. There's lots of countries where you don't say anything bad about the government, or you disappear, right? So that's one really good thing about living in Canada. Nobody takes you away if you complain about the government. Okay, not yet anyway. Okay, so these are challenge questions on page 8. What that means is these questions will likely be a little bit tougher than what you would expect on a test. But they're still good to do because they'll still help you deepen your understanding of the topic. So, number 4, you received a discount of $5 off of a recent purchase. The amount of the discount as a percentage was 8%. What was the original price? So this one is go backwards. Normally we would have a price and we'd multiply by 1 point, whatever the tax amount is, and that would give us our final price. Or if it's a discount, we would just multiply by the percentage rate and get our discount. So the questions that we did here, like question 1, I just took the amount and multiplied by 15.15. But this one's going backwards. It wants to know what, it's giving us what our discount is and it wants to know what it was before. So instead of multiplying, I'll just divide. Yeah, let's go backwards. So I'm just going to take my $5 divided by 0.08. And I get $62.50 as my original price. That's what it would have had to have been to get that much of a discount, to get $5 at 8%. So we go backwards. Number 5, Lula's total cost for a new dress was $25.98. What was the original price? Okay, this is the new cost. That's when I multiply by 1 point something. So just go backwards. Just go $25.98, divide by 1.13. And the original price is $22.99, original price. Yeah, as long as you know your tax rate, just go backwards. This question here, number 5, would have been very difficult to figure out if you are calculating each tax and adding it on, because that's a lot of math steps. But if you were just going times 1 point something, it's pretty quick. Yeah. Number 6, Karina received a discount on a sweater that she bought. She paid $16.78 for the sweater, and the original price of the sweater was $22.99. Calculate the amount of the discount that she received on the sweater as a percent. Okay, that one's interesting. I might want to read that twice, okay, because this one's different than what we've seen. So she got a discount. This is what she paid, and this was the original price. Okay, well this is what she paid, so we're assuming she paid taxes on that. So let's undo the tax first. So take the $16.78, divide by 1.13. And that's $14.85. And that was the discounted price, right? Discounted price. Okay, it says the original price, which was $22.99, and if we took away the discounted price, which was $14.85, so $22.99 minus $14.85 is $8.14 as a discount. Okay. It says calculate the amount of the discount she received on the sweater as a percent. Okay. So to figure out what that is as a percent, I can just divide by the original price. So as a percent, $8.14 divided by $22.99 times 100%. If I divide that by $22.99, that is a 35% discount. Anybody manage to figure that one out? Get to 35%? That's I would give that an extra star for challenge. There's a lot of stuff going on there. You likely would have had to play around for a while to figure it out. Okay, that's a 35% discount. And don't panic. You will not get that on the test. Okay, it will not be a test question. It was meant to be a challenge question.
So you're going to give that question just screw it?
No, I won't. I'm more likely to give you like a bonus question that says, what word is always spelled incorrectly?
There.
Anybody know? Does anybody know what word in the English language is always spelled incorrectly? Nobody knows? Nobody knows what word in the English language is always spelled incorrectly. Incorrectly.
Incorrectly? I can spell it easily.
That's the word.
Oh.
joke. Terrible.
That's a bad joke.
If you're laughing at that joke, you're destined to become a teacher at some point in your future, because that's like solid teacher humor there. My kids just raise their eyebrows at me when I tell them jokes like that. Okay, interest and credit. We're not going to do any new work on this. We're just going to talk about it real quick. The first thing we're supposed to do is to compare the advantages and disadvantages of different types of credit options. So there are lots of different types of credit you can get. Unfortunately, Canadians have the highest personal debt loads of anybody in the entire world. So we are experts or fools at borrowing money. Canadians are really bad at borrowing lots and lots and lots of money. The worry is that too many people aren't able to pay it back. Okay, so here's different kinds. There's a line of credit. Usually people usually you don't get a line of credit until you you have equity, which means you own like a home or something like that. Because the bank will say, here, we'll give you a line of credit. Anytime you need to get money, you can just use it, and we'll just it's secured by your house, meaning if you don't pay it back, we're just going to take your house. Because it's secured by something that has value, the bank will give you a fairly low interest rate. So lines of credits are really good for borrowing. They're low interest rate, but the concern is it's access to money. It's easy access to money, so people tend to overuse it, right? You shouldn't be ordering a pizza on a line of credit. That's like taking out a loan to order a pizza, right? But people do it. People do it. Okay. The next one is a personal loan. That's when you actually go through the process of going to a bank, credit union or something, and say, I really want to buy this thing. I want to buy a new computer, right? Special one because I want to do graphics stuff. I'm going to be a game developer. I want to buy a $5,000 computer. So you'd go to a bank and you'd actually make an appointment and you would sit with them and you would make plans for taking out a loan. And it would be for a specified amount of money, $5,000 or whatever, and they would negotiate how long it's going to take you to pay it back, what your payments are, and all that stuff. Okay? So usually people will go and get a personal loan, usually for something that's in the thousands. The banks don't really want to deal with you to take out a $300 loan, right? It's something bigger. Okay? Yeah, I mean, they'll only give you the loan if they know they can get the money back, right? Other ones are credit cards. Credit cards, you probably know, are pretty dangerous. Again, because it's access to easy money, right? You can just keep using it, and then at some point you can't pay it back. Or, a lot of people get themselves in big trouble by racking up credit cards. And what you'll notice, as soon as you have a good job, every week, credit cards come in the mail, and they all say the same thing. You've been pre-approved for this credit card, and they actually send you the card, and it's pretty, and it all looks friendly. They want you to go use it, right? And then next thing you know, people end up with a whole bunch of cards, and then they become, they're in trouble with debt. They owe too much money. Okay. Department store credit cards. You ever shopped at any of these places? Well, obviously not Sears anymore. I think they're done. But they're going too, yeah. The Bay, Home Depot, any big store, usually they have cards.
Change that to Mr. Transmission. No, they have their own credit card.
Mr. Transmission has its own card?
Yeah.
That's not good. Okay. Yeah, I know. Usually the way they get you, does anybody know how they hook you? What they do is they hit you when you go to the till. So if you go to Home Depot, usually someone going to Home Depot is buying some expensive stuff, right? They're gonna build a shed or something. They got $500 worth of lumber, or they got an appliance, not cheap stuff. And then all of a sudden you get to the till and there's someone standing there saying, do you know if you get this card, we'll give you 20% off your purchase. Yeah, you'll save $200. And you're like, wow, I'll save $200, and then you sign up, get the card, and now you get another credit card, right? So and they want you to use it, not pay it back. So, but by far the most dangerous, you could probably include pawn shops in here as well, or payday loans. Okay, we call these predatory lenders, right? Yeah, these are like evil drug dealers, and they deal in loans, right? Here, take this money, it's good for you, right? Basically, it's like legal loan sharking. So payday loan stores are the worst. Pawn shops also do it. Notice that in every city, these things exist, but they only exist in certain parts of the city. So where do they exist in Winnipeg?
There's one down.
Yeah.
There's 3 or 4 days before
Every low income neighborhood.
Yeah.
Low income neighborhoods. You will not find these stores in the wealthiest areas because people with money don't use these places. They go after people that are desperate for money, right? And they trap them. It's like laying snares on a trap line. That's what it is, right? And they basically get people in that are desperate for money right now, and they charge them way more than any banks could ever charge. Yeah. And there's so many things they do that are unethical. Interest rates can be over 1,000%. There was a story in the paper, I believe, a mother was sort of, it was one of those Joe Public things, like informing the public about people need to know this. Her son, like, got snared in some kind of payday loan thing, couldn't pay it off, had to keep asking for extensions, and they just kept adding more and more money. And he eventually ended up paying like 5 times the amount that he borrowed before he was done. Yeah.
That's insane.
Scary stuff. Yeah.
That's why I didn't do this.
Yeah. And that's what they want. They're looking for people that are that desperate.
They take 10% off.
Yeah. In Manitoba, it's like $17 for every 100.
You're only left with a quarter of what you get.
Yeah.
I think they almost take a quarter of your station.
Almost, yeah. But what makes them particularly evil is that like 17% is not a whole lot different. That's good. You learned your lesson and got out of it. Some people get trapped and they can't get out of it. Scary places.
So they go into
That's why you read the fine print. They want to lend $20,000 and it's like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, scary. Scary. Okay, so we'll stop there for today.